probably one of the scariest things I've ever seen in my life.
A powerful tornado caught on camera.
It was real quick, real sudden.
And I watched it go down, take down a whole bunch of trees. I saw debris flying, grain bins.
From Chopper 10, you can see the path of destruction as it carved through this Ohio community.
And then it got bigger and bigger and it touched down, so we knew it was coming. That's why we said, let's get to the cellar.
This family got to their cellar just before their home collapsed around them. Tonight, they count their blessings as they recount their close call. And across central Ohio, people clean up the damage caused by these powerful storms as others prepare for the risk of flooding overnight. Live team coverage now on 10 TV News at 11.
This is a Doppler 10 weather alert.
Homes and farm buildings chopped up like they had been in a blender. Tonight, a tour from above showing the damage left in a tornado's wake.
That tornado was caught on camera moments before the twister caused a home to collapse with 7 people inside. Tonight, they're sharing their terrifying story. Thanks for joining us at 11. I'm Jerry Revish.
And I'm Kristen Hartman. The storm threat is over, but the threat for flooding remains. Chris Bradley will join us in just a moment. But we start with tornado damage and stories of survival in Cedarville tonight.
10 TV's Danielle Elias live in Greene County tonight. Danielle, did everybody make it out okay?
Well, Jerry, that truly is the silver lining to all of this damage and destruction. Everyone inside of that house, including 3 small children, made it out safely. In fact, they say that they initially ran for cover when they started to hear the pressure change. They started to look into the sky and see that twister start to swirl, and really, truly, when their ears popped, they ran for cover. For more than 100 years, a farmhouse stood on this land. Now a pile of rubble after a tornado swept through.
The tornado itself looked like it to be about a football field width.
Cedarville's police chief watched it roll in.
It was picking up debris. You could see when it was hitting telephone poles and just pulling poles right out of the ground.
He says only a handful of houses were hit. In fact, the force of the storm hurled this pickup truck into the field. But of everything, he says the damage to this house was the worst.
You can see the funnel. And it was moving right straight for us.
And it started to do the spin, and then it got bigger and bigger, and it touched down.
The Dobbins say 7 people were inside the home at the time. Roger, his wife, his daughter Sherry, her friend, and her friend's 3 children, including Dalton and Garrett Smith.
There's like a little glass window down there, and I looked through it, and a tornado was coming. And as soon as I heard the roar and stuff, my mom said, quick, quick.
What did it sound like to you?
Like a roar and like a thump. Sounded like a whole bunch of rocks and maybe some bricks fell down.
It was only after the storm that they realized the entire house had collapsed on top of them. Thankful they moved to safety when they did.
We prayed down in the cellar, and as long as everyone is okay, everything else can be replaced and fixed and whatever else.
And tonight, plenty of debris still in this yard from the aftermath of this storm. In fact, Sherry Dobbins says really it was quite amazing when she came out of the house, looked around, saw everything was completely destroyed. She looked to her house, which is just feet away, and that too is destroyed. So now her house, her parents' house, both absolutely destroyed from this storm. But I spoke with a local pastor tonight, who says that his church is now helping this family, both families, find a safe place to stay temporarily. Reporting live in Cedarville, Danielle Elias, 10 TV News.
Quite a story there, thanks. Many Cedarville residents watched as the twister touched down and moved right across the landscape. And
that included a father of 2. He got his children down into the basement, then emerged and found himself watching the twister tear through neighboring properties. 10 TV's Chuck Strickler talks to him about what he saw.
You can see the apparent path of the tornado right from where we're standing. From that piece of silo about 100 yards from where we are to all the debris that is strewn about this cornfield. We actually talked to a man who saw the tornado come through.
I was coming in the driveway, so I didn't know how fast it traveled. I didn't know how fast it was going to get close to the house. When I pulled in the driveway, you could hear like a roar. It was just, I don't know, I can't even describe it. It just sounded like a loud, I don't even know what it sounded like. I could see debris flying, and I've never seen that before. I was worried about getting 2 kids down in the basement, and then like after about 5 minutes, I figured, it went by. I didn't hear anything real close, so I kind of peeked out of the basement door because I can see outside where I took the picture, and I didn't see it, so I walked out of the garage, and I mean, I was watching it. I actually watched it lift off the ground and go back up in the sky. My stomach's still in knots. Not gonna lie. It's probably one of the scariest things I've ever seen in my life.
Jacob Blocker says he never wants to experience anything like this again in his life. He says he is just glad that he and his family are safe. Reporting in Greene County, Chuck Strickler, 10 TV News.
Well, it is a view only Chopper 10 can provide of the tornado debris field.
And 10 TV's Kurt Ludlow took an aerial tour of Cedarville. Take a look yourself.
From Chopper 10, we have a pretty good view of about a 2-mile path of destruction that took us from farm fields to farmhouses to barns. The worst damage appeared to be this farmhouse and the surrounding buildings, as you see, pretty much obliterated. Debris everywhere. Silos knocked from their foundations. The home destroyed, just a pile of rubble. Then not too far away, the next little bit of damage. You could see a garage totally blown off its foundation into a field. Trees blown over, as well as power lines. And then there was this house. Look at the trees just ripped apart as that house was destroyed down below. It took just a few seconds for that damage to happen, and now these families will have a long road ahead of them as they begin to recover from this storm. Reporting in Chopper 10, Kurt Ludlow, 10 TV News.
And I'm with Eric Elwell now here in the Weather Center. We had a very busy afternoon, not only tracking this storm that produced a tornado, but dozens of storms. But this is the one the Weather Service will closely be looking at tomorrow.
Yes, you know, they're going to go out in the morning, they're going to work with emergency management officials, but what they're going to look at are a couple of things, and that is the amount of damage and what type of damage occurred. They're going to look at the types of structures and some of the damage. We have seen that some of the cinder blocks have been moved over.
Well, look right there, you can see the debris, how it's just scattered about, and very evident to me that it's a tornado. And we were talking a little earlier, the structure damage there is significant. So I think this is probably an EF1, maybe an EF2 tornado.
And there's some bark that's been ripped off some of the trees, and that takes an intense tornado to do that. And some of the trees that had leaves on it, the leaves are completely gone.
I don't know if you can see it here. There's almost a swirl-like motion through that entire farm field. And then we've heard reports the other side of the street, nothing. Yeah, this definitely sounds like a tornado. Thank you. Good job today covering the storm. Let's go over right now and show you what we have here at 11 o'clock, because we still do have a weather alert. Flood watch continues until late tomorrow, and our main concern will be areas of heavier rain. We're not expecting widespread flooding, but there could be a couple localized spots. For instance, Knox County right now dealing with flooding. Close-up look, you can see showers moving through North Lewisburg and Milford Center. More showers as we take you a little further south, down across Pike County into Waverly and Piketon. We'll continue to monitor these showers and more. Looks like we could easily see another inch of rain here tonight into tomorrow. Then we're going to also be talking about quite a cool down as well. See you back here in just a few minutes.
Thanks a lot, Chris. Those storms quickly turned some roads into rivers. Murky floodwater blocked this Pickerington neighborhood tonight. 10 TV's Shelby Croft ventured through Pickaway and Fairfield counties tonight during the storms, and she joins us live from Canal Winchester. And you were right in the thick of that storm and the high water, Shelby.
I was earlier, and apparently I am right now. It actually just started raining on us once again. Now, earlier when that storm came through, instant flooding here. This is Hill Road behind me here in Canal Winchester. This was flooded out earlier. Now, as you can see, just as quickly as that rain came in, it went out. This receded probably within about the last hour, but we do want to show you what it looked like when that storm rolled through. Flashes of lightning, cracks of thunder. The storm whipped into Circleville with force just as we went live. Well, we are just getting pummeled right now. I think the rain seemed horizontal as it tore through the trees. So much fell so fast, waves of water rolled across and broke against the concrete. It passed through quickly, but left hazards for drivers. In Asheville, 752 was shut down. Water pulled under an overpass about 4 feet deep, too dangerous for cars to even attempt. In Canal Winchester, Hill Road nearly disappeared. Many drivers took their chances and plowed through, spraying walls of water in their wake. It flowed like a river across yards and cascaded over the road's edge like a waterfall. Now, we do have one note to this storm. New Hope Christian Early Learning Center and Academy in Pickaway County both closed tomorrow. That sewer system shut down and caused water damage at the school. Reporting live in Canal Winchester, Shelby Croft, 10 TV News.
Well, from flooding to wind and hail damage, fierce gusts blew over trees and toppled fences. Doppler 10 meteorologist Josh Pullen shows us how bad it got in Ross County tonight.
We heard several reports of damage in Ross County, from downed power lines to blown over trees like what you see here on this property. In the West Chillicothe Gulf View neighborhood, storms that rolled through in the afternoon caused damage to several trees. Residents say the storms also caused hail damage and destroyed fences. We spoke with one resident who says she was surprised at the storm's strength.
It was like somebody poured a bucket over my house. I've never seen it rain that hard, and I've never seen hail that fast. And it accumulated probably about half an inch to an inch. The hail did throughout the whole yard.
Residents tell me they're just glad it wasn't any worse. Reporting from Ross County, Josh Poland, 10 TV News.
And tonight, the state's emergency management agency is working through the night, actually, monitoring the weather. Its Emergency Operations Center is open in Franklin County right now, and that's where officials figure out where help is needed across the state. They've been working here since Monday, when the Cleveland area saw severe flooding and a tornado.
Stay with Chris Bradley tonight and Mike Davis in the morning as they track a cold front and rain and use the 10 TV app to track the latest news and weather.
Shocking video showing an Ohio child shoved up against a wall at school by a teacher. The latest on her job status tonight.
Plus, who now admits to damaging dozens of cars, homes, and businesses in a one-night crime spree?
And the Columbus Zoo talks about the failed levy and what it plans to do next time to get your vote.
And later, head to 10tv.com to watch the raw video of Chopper 10's tour over storm damage in Cedarville. We'll be right back.
You're watching 10 TV News with Jerry Revish, Kristen Hartman, and Chris Bradley with live Doppler 10 radar. This is a Doppler 10 weather alert.
You can hear it and you can see it. A viewer sent us this video of hail falling in Newark earlier this evening as severe weather made its way through central Ohio. And another viewer sent us this picture of clouds forming over Utica this afternoon. Keep sending us your pictures. Just email them to pix@10tv.com. A flood watch remains in effect tonight. Chris is keeping an eye on that, and we'll have the latest in just a few minutes.
Meantime, a Kentucky man has been charged with raping a 12-year-old Newark girl in a parking lot. Investigators say 20-year-old Sean Walsinger met the girl online. Detectives say he admitted to raping the child in February of 2013. Police are working to see if Walsinger assaulted any other juveniles. A Crooksville high school teacher accused of inappropriate conduct with a student has resigned. The Perry County Sheriff's Office has finished its investigation and forwarded the information to the prosecutor's office. Investigators say Danielle Lusk admitted to kissing a female student on and off school grounds. They wouldn't discuss other allegations against this teacher. 10 TV obtained the surveillance video that shows the student's mother confronting that teacher in a parking lot.
New tonight, This Week News reports Westerville police say a woman faked needing a life-saving kidney transplant. They say she bilked her friends and co-workers out of thousands of dollars. The woman has not been charged yet. Police are handing over a scam case to prosecutors to consider charges. One victim came forward after the woman didn't follow through with her promise to pay her back. Two teenagers pleaded guilty in a vast vandalism case across Newark. The teens are accused of using a BB gun to randomly hit vehicles, homes, and businesses. That was back in April. They'll remain in juvenile detention until their June 11th sentencing. 20-year-old Kyle May is also accused in the case. He has not had a court date yet.
Well, the Northern Ohio teacher was on a 10-day suspension after a surveillance camera caught her grabbing a student. You'll want to take a look at this video. It happened in southern Hancock County. You can see this 5-year-old walk to the bathroom. His teacher follows and pushes the child against the wall, at one point grabbing him by the face.
We thought it was just a little, a little incident that happened, and that's what the school made it out to sound like. And then all of a sudden we get this video today, and this is just outrageous.
The boy had a bruise to the back of his head. No serious injuries, though. His family plans to pursue criminal charges against that teacher.
A follow-up now. The Columbus Zoo is forming a task force to look into what the voters want in a zoo levy. Voters turned down a permanent $1.25 million property tax during the May primary. Now the zoo is working to figure out why that happened. The board must decide by August if it wants to include another zoo levy on the November ballot.
This is a Doppler 10 weather alert.
Well, Chris, you went almost wall-to-wall from 2 to about 7:30 tonight, huh?
And just when you look at the pictures from Chopper 10, I mean, this was the real deal. This is why you go to the basement. Even if you're like, it may not hit us, it could, as we saw. We do have a weather alert we want to start with here tonight. This is a flood watch, and we don't think this will be a huge problem, but still the Weather Service has this in effect until late tomorrow. There's a flood warning up in Knox County. But Chris and Jerry, while I'm over here, I want to show you a couple of pictures that have come in that really highlight what we had today. What would you say if you saw this across the street?
I would say run for cover.
That is not a tornado, but we've seen several big rotating wall clouds. Charlie sent me this from Circleville. Numerous people seen that. And then hail. I don't think I can remember this many reports of hail. At one point, guys, we had baseball-size hail.
Oh, that's damaging hail.
Oh, my goodness.
And that's about golf ball size.
Well, that's pretty big. That'll damage the siding and damage your car. That all is over with for now. So some good news there. Let's show you what's happening on the radar right now. And we have rain. We do have a little bit of thunder and lightning, but no hail, and you're not going to be rattled out of bed like you were last night with tornado warnings. Let me show you what we've got here on Live Doppler 10. Zooming in across Franklin County, rain showers to our south will be lifting northbound here. There's moderate to heavy rain in a few pockets, including down around Grove City. Just south of Lancaster right now, about 180 lightning strikes. You folks down there in Fairfield County, not quite over with for you, but this is not severe, but noisy. This will be into Lancaster in 7 minutes, West Rushville in about 20, Pleasantville in 21. Then it moves over into the Baltimore area in about 24 minutes. The temperature will really drop as we head through the night into tomorrow. Right now it is 69. It feels like 69 with the wind from the east. As we head across the area at the Tuttle Mall at 67. Right now in Marion Village, 69. Blacklick checking in at 65. So the showers we have now moving north, but more rain coming our way during your daytime tomorrow. So grab the umbrella as you head out the door. When you check in with Mike Davis, 64, remember, flood watch in effect. Temps include 67 tomorrow morning in Mount Vernon. We'll be closer to 70 along the river, but notice the cool air starting to come in from the northwest, and temperatures tomorrow really aren't going anywhere. They will hold steady, if not drop a little bit. Scattered showers on and off through your daytime tomorrow. This is noon heading into the afternoon. Looks like a few breaks, just some light sprinkles and light showers after 3, 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Then we'll actually see skies turn partly cloudy for tomorrow night. So highs tomorrow, cooler than today, some 20 degrees colder than they were yesterday. And as we break it down for you this way, 64 at 8, at noon 65, and just 65 at 5 o'clock. So grab a jacket, do take the umbrella as you head out tomorrow. 7-day forecast shows some leftover showers for Friday, and maybe even a stray shower on Saturday, about a 20% chance. But look at next week. I leave you with some good news. A string of sunny and warmer days beginning on Sunday.
All right, thanks a lot. Boy, it was a busy day today in the weather.
It was. Was it busy in sports, Dom?
Well, kinda, you know, kinda. Anyways, the Cavaliers, well, they're looking for a new head coach. How about this guy, Kentucky coach John Calipari? Maybe he could have LeBron join him. We'll have that and much more coming up next in sports. Hello, I'm Dom Taberry. Let's talk some sports. NFL rookie minicamps getting ready to open this week throughout the league, and that means our latest group of Buckeyes on Sunday ready to go to work. And that would include former Ohio State center Corey Linsley, taken in the 5th round by the Green Bay Packers. Linsley telling me over the phone today that meetings are underway in Green Bay and a lot's being thrown his way.
You also feel just 10 times dumber because you don't know anything's going on with the offense or anything, and you're around people who have been doing this since geez, like 2002, you know, some vets on this team have been around forever.
Sad news to tell you about when it comes to Muirfield Village and the Memorial Golf Tournament. Former executive director and general manager John Hines died today in Columbus on this, his 74th birthday. John, or his friends called him Coach, was involved with the Memorial Tournament and Muirfield since 1980. Our thoughts and prayers go out to his family. Baseball, Reds and Padres rained out tonight down in Cincinnati. A game will be made up tomorrow, 6:10 p.m., part of a day-night doubleheader. In the American League, the Indians on the road to Toronto. Second inning, and the Indians going to work. David Murphy, RBI single. Carlos Santana will score. Murphy with 5 hits, 5 RBIs. Indians roll. Wow, 15-4. International League, Clippers in Rochester tied at 4 in the 9th inning. NBA news, and the Cavaliers looking for a new head coach. Fox Sports Ohio reporting that the Cavs are interested in Kentucky coach John Calipari. Calipari told a news group tonight that if he did go to Cleveland, he would love to coach LeBron James. Of course, we last saw him coach in Kentucky, losing in a national title game to UConn. Supposedly, he's also being courted by the Lakers. NBA playoffs, Miami Heat heading back to the Eastern Conference Finals. The Heat come back from 8 down in the 4th period. Ray Allen hitting the 3 to put them up 93-91, and they would never look back. There you see LeBron celebrating. Miami wins 96-94. It would be something if you would see him in Cleveland with Calipari. Montreal beating Boston 3-1, Stanley Cup playoffs. Montreal winning the series, so all the favorites are out.
Yeah, that's a bit of a surprise.
Yeah.
I was just thinking about all those games you've got to win as a winning hockey team to get that Stanley Cup. You got to climb through, what, 3 or 4
well,
series of that?
If it's 7-game series, you play, what, 28 games if you go all the way, something like that. You could play that many.
And then the season starts again in October.
October, whatever,
Yeah.
They deserve that cup, huh?
Yes.
Chris will be back with a check on the bus stop forecast next. Well, just because the news stops at 11:35 doesn't mean we do. We're working around the clock to bring you the latest news and weather on our new 10TV app and online at 10tv.com. Chris?
All right, take a look at live Doppler 10 radar. Still some lightning and thunder out there, about 500 lightning strikes across Ohio. Nothing severe, but you will need your umbrella tomorrow. It's going to be kind of a wet day. Cooler as well.
Glad it's passed.
And you know, today is a national holiday.
What is it?
What
it
is
is
it?
National Dance Like a Chicken Day. And if we've ever been to a wedding, you know, it's like a
No.
Sweet dreams.
Believe me, I don't make them up.